Hello, I want to show you some dishes that I'm using for Christmas Eve dinner. I've got the sugar in this. It's handmade. Can you see the inside? Let me see. I got the sugar in there. This is handmade by CLARA DUSCHATKO. And it was made about 1954. It doesn't say the date on the bottom, but I remember Clara. She lived in Leonia, New Jersey, at 130 Vreeland Avenue, in the house where Tony Saida lives now. So Clara made this in her basement. She used a slip. She poured this liquid clay into like a plastic cup. I watched her do it. It was a styrofoam cup, I think. She poured it in and poured it out. And that's how she made the shape. And then she painted it and incised it. And it's really beautiful. So she gave my mother that. And here are some more that she gave. Here's what I'm putting the olives in. It's an olive dish. And I should take the olives out so you could see the dish on the inside. See how it has little donkeys around the outside? Or critters. Isn't it beautiful? And because she's kind of unknown, who would know this is by CLARA DUSCHATKO? She was a therapist, I think, and her husband was a school principal named Alfred DUSCHATKO. She had two sons. Robert DUSCHATKO was the younger, and her older boy died in World War II. He was a doctor. Oh, gee, I just poured that out so that you could see the inside of this bowl says ABC. Can you see it? Well, let me show you the other olive dish, which is this one. I put the green olives in this one. It's Christmas Eve here in Leonia, and I'm getting ready for my children to come over. My son and his family, and my daughter, Diana, and their friend, Gibby, and the last person is me. So, and my boyfriend, Paul Binner. So you see this one? It's black, and then she scratched through it for the design. Now, Clara was not known as an artist. She was known as a therapist, kind of an educator. See the inside of it? Isn't that lovely? What does it say on it? It says, oh, geez, I just spilled this. Oh, I don't know. What does it say? I'll have to look. It says 1954 AD USA. It's in reverse because I'm recording it on photo booth on my Macintosh, which is like a mirror. Okay, let's look at some more by CLARA DUSCHATKO. Here's one. This is a plate. Look at the colors of glaze. I don't know where she got them from, but I went down in her basement because around 1954, I was a senior in high school, and my mother told me, Marcia, come with me. I have to take you to CLARA DUSCHATKO's house, and you have to stay with her while I get the ambulance. So I didn't have any choice. I said, okay. And I went there, and it seems Clara had had a nervous breakdown, and so Mom wanted me to stay with her while she got the ambulance so they could transport her to a hospital for psychiatric evaluation. So while I was there, she took me down to the basement. I was at this one. All right, so this is the shape of a shell. So she must have poured the slip into a shell shape. Look how beautiful it is. Alfie, cut it out! Excuse me. You know, I adopted him from Protect and Rescue, a great no-kill shelter in Cliffside Park, New Jersey. And they said, he doesn't bark. Look how quiet he is. People have returned him because he barks. Well, it turns out he does bark. He barks because he's happy. The happier he gets, the more he barks. I'm happy too. Anyway, so poor Clara, she had a nervous breakdown, and she never came home again. And then her husband, Al, who was a school principal somewhere in New York, he had a breakdown also. But lovely people. Leonia is a wonderful town. Oh, I was saying, the man who lives there now, Tony Saida, he told me there were trees in the backyard that people say were planted for her sons. And so it's two trees probably, not three. I think she had two children. And the youngest one was Bob, but the oldest one, whose name I forget, he died in World War II. And Mom said she was at a woman's, that Clara was at a women's club meeting in Leonia at the Methodist Church when she suddenly became very ill and had to leave in the middle of the meeting. She went home, and it turns out she got the message. This says pipe dream. It's in reverse. Isn't that lovely? And it turns out her son had died that day. So she must have felt ill at the moment her son died. And there was an article in Life magazine afterwards, and Clara was sure that the dead body they showed of a dead medic was her son. Who knows? But it's tragic. People lose a lot of their children in war. Look at this one. This one's not dated either, but it's probably also from 1954. Look how beautiful it is. She gave these to my mother, who was Kay Sandmeyer. And they were friends. We used to live across the street at 135 Vreeland Avenue in a house that Olga lives in now, and I forget Olga's last name. Maybe that's how they became friends. But they were good friends. Look at how lovely this is. Can you imagine? So just remember, Clara Duschatko. She gave some to my mother's friend and cleaning lady, Rose Faison of Englewood. Now, Rosie was born in 1898, which is probably around the time Clara was born. And when I went to Rosie's house, she lived to be 98 years old. She had some of Clara's dishes, and I said, could I have them? And Rosie said, oh, no. You know, they were precious to her. But I hope her children realize what a gem they are. I got these from my mother, who left them to her husband, and when her husband died, my sister got them. Thank goodness. Stop it, Alfie. And she gave them to me. I don't think most people realize how fabulous these dishes are. See this? And again, she got these shapes by pouring them over, because she showed me in the basement. Oh, I said she had a nervous breakdown that day. Yet after she showed me how she made this clay, she told me to come with her quick. She wanted to show me the whale in the bathtub. So we went running upstairs, me following her, and she poured a container of salt in the tub and said, look, do you see it? Do you see it? So she was hallucinating. And then she went in the bedroom and took off all her clothes, and I was a kid of 16 or 17. I was 54. I would be 17 in February. And so I was a little stunned, but it wasn't anything much, you know. And then the ambulance corps came, and they took her gently away. They led her out. And and in the desk, when they went down to the living room, there was a drop leaf desk, and there were papers in it, and the papers said over and over again, just her husband's name, Al, 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 in such a heavy scrawl. Now I take photographs compulsively, but back then I didn't. Look at the edge of this. Is this lovely? Fabulous. Now, here's one more. So it's funny, only one of them was dated 1954. The others aren't. I tend to sign and date everything I do. I really admire her work. I guess it's what you call outsider art. It's marvelous. Look at the back of this one. It has a little happy face on it. Oh, you know why I'm doing this? I was going to wait and do things properly, you know, take regular pictures and type what I know. But I'm 78 years old. How long can you wait to do things right? I'm doing things half-assed now, because I don't have time, so I might as well show you this way. This is Clara Duschatko, and she's wonderful. And this is poured slip over some sort of a mold. She must have figured out. I wish she were alive now. Clara Duschatko was born in 1895. The only photograph I found of her on the web is this one of 4 sisters. Clara is the second one from the left. If she were alive now, she'd be 120 years old. So we know Clara is gone. She's gone. And I'll be gone soon myself. So this is a record of Clara Duschatko for you to remember.